It's time for the Gettin Outdoors podcast, Town Country United Bank Lake Millers Ferry Weekend Hunting and Fishing Report. A weekly update on water conditions, ramp events, generating schedule, what's biting, and seasonal hunting information with outdoor reporters Joe Allen Dunn, Kevin Sims, and Shane Jones. This weekly hunting and fishing report is brought to you by the good folks at Town Country United Bank in Camden, Alabama, serving their customers for over 40 years. Town Country United Bank's highest priority is satisfied customers. Now, here's your weekend Lake Millers Ferry hunting and fishing report.
Come summertime, we're feeling fine, fishing on the lake, flipping jigs and Carolina rigs, from early morning till real late. Bonfires on the creek bank, kick back a couple beers. Yeah, we command the outdoors around here. Yeah, we command the outdoors. Yeah, we command the outdoors. Next year's doesn't till you know winter's on the way. Brushing blinds and deer stands. Fever starts to creep. Fill our freezers full of ducks, lots of tender deer. Yeah, we command the outdoors around here. Yeah, we command the outdoors. Yeah, we
another one on the B&B
command the
Silver
outdoors. So grab your guns and shells, boys. Put on your camouflage. 'Cause we command the outdoors around here. We command the outdoors.
Team Bigfoot in the house.
Shane Jones Crockett.
First one, 2023, smackdown.
Everybody, welcome to the Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report for podcast number 239 with my outdoor reporters Shane Jones, Kevin Sims, and Dialed In Dunn. We're all in the house tonight. How are you guys doing?
Doing great, Big Daddy.
Oh, yeah, doing good.
Enjoying the rain.
Well,
Yeah.
You hear it out here hitting on the roof out here?
That's good. That's good. You got all your seed planted, didn't you?
Yep. Me and Hayden planted. I got some. It was pretty funny. I had my camera out there going, and me and him going by, planting, dishing up. And just as soon as we left, it wasn't 30 minutes. Here come a doe by that on the camera when we left the field.
she done heard all that racket. They curious like that.
Yeah, they are. And me and Shane were just looking, and I did not know this just a while ago. And we need to tell everybody that, in the state of Alabama, you have got zone A, B, C, D, and E. And in zone B, which is what we're in, we're the only zone that has to wait 10 days to shoot a doe. Every other zone, they can shoot does. I wonder what that's all about. I didn't realize that. I just thought
it might be something with phone drop.
It's phone drop. That's what it is.
But I mean, I saw a lot of phones. But I tell you what, me and Rick got talking today. He called me, and on their place down there at Canton Bend, he said he's seeing more deer, more stuff, more than he's ever seen. And when I put my cameras out, I'm seeing double the amount of does that I've seen in the last couple of years.
really.
So, we must have a real good crop of does drop this year or last year. And I'm not seeing any coyotes on pictures, thank goodness.
Ain't no shortage of deer. I can tell you that right now. It is no shortage of deer in the state of Alabama. Hey, y'all! I just got through talking with Kay Donaldson about outdoor recreation economics, and that girl fascinates me every time I talk to her. I sent y'all. I put it up on YouTube before I launched the podcast because she's got so much information. Man, she just those numbers that she said, Kevin, how much the anglers spend at the ABT tournament averaged out over $1,200 a angler per tournament. That's pretty strong. Pretty strong.
It is. And that's probably really, really close on what it is.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, that's from a 10-year study that the independent people did. So yeah.
When she gets those numbers like that, you know, they've done what do you call our river's not commercial anymore for industry, it's more for recreation, right?
Exactly. That's what I would say. And that's what she's pushing.
And if everybody's coming there for fishing, skiing, and water play or whatever, you know, I wonder why we're still having this conflict over the spraying for, you know, navigation when we don't have a problem with it, but they still doing it. And
well, she touched on that too. She touched on that too, and she touched on the stocking. And it's a good podcast. Y'all, I hope y'all listen to it. Hey, this weekend, the only thing I know we got going on, of course, tomorrow afternoon. We're recording this on Wednesday night. Tomorrow afternoon is the fruit jar open, and Kevin, I'll pay your entry fee if you'll get in it with that new boat.
I might fish. I don't know. I hate to go over and get in a tournament and then
and take their money,
you know, and break down or whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean? I said I'm gonna go fishing first. I'm gonna go fishing it first.
All right, and then this Saturday at Bridgeport City Landing, the Bridgeport Team Classic will be. That's not an open now, but Maddie's having her classic, and somebody's going to win. I think it's how much is the angler of the year? It's $1,000 from the Community Neighbor Bank. And then $1,000 from her too, isn't it, Kevin? It's about $2,000.
Yeah, it was $1,500 last year. I think it did go. She did go up $500. I think.
Yeah. So
I was $1,500 last year for each division.
And next Thursday at Selma, Alabama, will be the Alabama Wildlife Federation Wild Game Cook-Off. That will be Thursday night, 6:00. Arts Revive. I hope they got a bunch of cook teams, because let me tell you, I had a video meeting the other day with all y'all's chamber girls in Clark County, and let me tell you what, y'all got some Laura AGs over there, a bunch of them, and every one of them wanted me to get Joe Allen and Kevin to have a cook team. They wanted me. And all of them said they're going to come see y'all and try to talk y'all into having a cook team.
I tell you what we need to do. We need to have a Getting Outdoors cook team, and I will come help, but get Shane to help too, because I'm going to have him be the head chef, and I'm just going to help. So get Shane down there and get his stuff down there, and I will help with it.
Well, I don't know what in the world I could do. I mean, I don't know how to cook. You know that. I don't know.
Big Daddy, all we want you to do is sit there and run your mouth and breathe everybody. You get there and talk them into everything. All we need is your mouth.
I can't even fry an egg, man.
It don't matter. Me and Shane will handle that and let you run your mouth and entertain everybody.
All right. Well, I've been getting a heap of inquiries about the Wilcox Area Chamber Big Buck Contest. I talked to John Cresswell today. You know, they do not have a director, but I talked to John Cresswell today and Josh Morgan today, and they both said that their tickets will be out Friday. They are going to do it. And I don't know who's going to head it up, but it will be a Wilcox Area Chamber Big Buck Contest. Tickets will be available Friday. I talked to John Biggs at Venison LLC, and he is opening up Saturday. He's going to open up in the mornings from 9 to 12 and in the afternoon from 5 to 7, I believe is what he told me. Let me make sure on that because, 9 to 12 and 5 to 7 at Venison LLC there in Camden at the processors. And you need to check with your processors over there too, Joe Allen, see what their hours are going to be also.
I know they do not open up during bow season.
Okay. All right. Okay.
One season open up because I saw Bruce yesterday. He was planting his patches over in Tallahassee, but Bruce does not open until gun season.
All right, and I also got some great news. I don't know if y'all heard this. I announced this last Friday morning on the show, but the dredging is going to start. It should have started today. Yesterday. It started on the 10th. And what they're doing, they're not using that long boom track hole on the barge like they did yesterday. They have hired a hydraulic dredge. That's a small hydraulic dredge on a pontoon boat, and they're not cutting out but 3 feet, but they are taking all the material and pumping it out and letting it go in the river. They're not stacking it up on the side. That's going to be a whole lot better, don't y'all think?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
They're going to come up our river doing that? Or they going to start?
They coming up until they run out of money. That's what they said. They're gonna start down there around Claiborne and come up till they run out of money.
Okay. Well, that'll be anything's help.
Well, it's they don't have as much money this year as they had last year, but they believe it's going to be more effective because that dredge boat has got a GPS and a graph sonar on it, where they're going to be able to tell how much material they're taking out. And that's going to be so much better than that backhoe. So much better.
Yep. Well, if they make it up above the dam on us, I need to talk to them, stop by my house and do mine.
Yeah. Well, we'll flag them down because I know the guy that's got the boat. We'll do that. All right, let's see. I did want to mention, because all of you saw it, David Gaston, your stepdaddy, Kevin. Gaston, his grandson done put his ass back to work, son. He was up there working one of them big duck calling shows up in Tennessee this weekend.
Yeah, they went to Real Foot.
Yeah, he talking about Eddie Salter. Hell, he old as I am, but I'm proud to see David doing that. And I did want to show everybody this.
Hey, with Mama Friday night. I think he'd be back Saturday evening or something, but he got to go somewhere this weekend.
All right, everybody has heard me talk about Joe Allen and Scott buying them high-priced coon dogs 2 or 3 years ago, and my little squirrel dogs. I'm sorry, squirrel dogs. And my little Dixie girl that I love, my favorite dog in the world, and Scott leaves her by herself all the time. She got bored the other afternoon, went out by Scott's house and treated her a groundhog. I didn't know no groundhogs around here. Now, Joe Allen, you thought it was a neutral rat, but Scott said he saw the fuzzy tail. He should have took a video of it, but that is a groundhog.
Hey, I'm going to go with neutral rat myself.
It's got to be a neutral rat.
I'm telling you, he said he saw the tail.
Look at the butt end of it before I'll say it.
But I ain't never seen no neutral rat run from no dog neither.
Well, she could have pushed him up a tree, maybe, but they ain't groundhogs this far south.
I seen some in Utah. I seen them all the time in Utah. All the time.
Oh yeah. Utah, Kansas, Oklahoma.
I'm talking about Utah, Alabama. We had them at our farm. I seen them all the time out there.
All right, I sure don't know, but that young, I can't see the tail, but Scott Scott told me the tail had it was a little fuzzy, little short fuzzy tail.
Yeah, I see him. It looks like one for real.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, I
That's
ain't
gonna be
gonna
on
say.
you to figure out if it's
Hey,
supposed to
he needs to dispatch that thing because it will dig your yard up, boy. Woo.
Yeah, they say they pest.
Man,
All right, one more thing before we get to the Town Country United Bank hunting and fishing report. And Shane, me and you had supper at the Rack and Reel Friday night and Saturday night. And let me tell you what, old Jeff Hamilton has got him 2 good waitresses. One of them's named Brooke and one of them's named Pig. Both of them are from Clark County. And the girl's name is Pig, but she ain't no pig, I guarantee you.
No. I told her I felt uncomfortable calling her that. She is cute, and them girls work good.
They worked their ass off, son. They were hustling. Now, I'm guarantee you they were hustling.
Busy in there Friday night, so
And
they done a good job.
I want to shout out to them, and I hope he can keep them too, because they show good help.
Me
All
and
right,
Kevin
let's go.
showing you pictures of good vittles we cooked that night, though, too.
Yeah. Me and Shane can go to the Rack and Reel and eat. We can't drive to Thomasville and eat. We have to go to the Rack and Reel.
All
right, let's go to the Town Country United Bank hunting and fishing report. And here are the Millers Ferry Powerhouse. This is tomorrow's schedule from 6 a.m. till 8 a.m. They're running 48 megawatts. From 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., 50 megawatts. From 4 p.m. till 8 p.m., 24 megawatts. And from 8 to 10 p.m., 48 megawatts. At Jones Bluff, from 5 a.m. till 8 a.m., 30 megawatts. From 4 p.m. till 8 p.m., 60 megawatts. And the water temperatures in the high 70s, low 80s in Millers Ferry and Demopolis. So that is it, and I still don't know what a megawatt is. I'm gonna get somebody to give me a table, Kevin. You do too. You try to get it too, where we can tell how many units that is running. But it's whole different than counting it.
48 to a 50. They ain't adding the unit. They just closing the valve or slowing it down. I mean, it's not like going from 2 to 3. And that's more. They restricting the ton. Here we go again. Everywhere else in the world, they go by cubic feet of water released. So maybe we could talk them into telling how much water they're going to let go.
All right, the catfishing this past week, we do have the Alabama Catfish Series coming to Demopolis next weekend on the 21st at Demopolis City Landing. They going out at 7 o'clock. I looked at the long range sunrise, and sunrise I think is at 6:55. So it is going to be a conflict with that high school bass tournament. That's going to be 170, 80 boats. So but they're not going to have probably 12, 15 boats. So I don't think it'll be bad.
I don't know. They get out in the middle of that river, it's going to be bad.
Yeah. But anyway, that's next Saturday. And we'll just see what happens. Heath Phillips sent me a nice blue cat that he caught. He said he caught it on a limb line between Millers Ferry and Mobile. So that narrowed it down pretty good.
Oh, good.
Old Gerald Hatch is up there at Prairie Creek running some trot lines, and he is killing some fish. I'm telling you, catfishing's pretty good right now. Joe Allen, if you ever come back over here and fish and go catfishing, what you gonna do?
Well, we're getting a little rain, yes, but this ain't going to amount to really nothing. But because I looked at the 8-day forecast for Radford, it's going to be none. So some creeks that may send a little bit of water out. I know for sure at Millers Ferry, we would love to see this rain stain the water some.
It's going to get a little color. It will. Yeah. It's going to help.
It's going to help with a little stain. But the catfishing is still going to be in the river. It ain't nothing going to change till we get a high water. So in the rivers where it's at, long line jugging, fishing creek mouths, that's still going to be the thing. The biggest thing is going to be getting fresh bait or good bait. that's the key to it all. And you get some of those great old big hickory shad, that's what you want this time of year if you don't have any skipjack froze. So, that's what it is.
Well, my old buddy Travis has been out of a boat for a while. He's fixing to get back into boat business. So we'll know something. He'll be out there chasing them, I guarantee you. If he don't switch to crappie fishing, Shane, he told me this afternoon that he's gonna get you to set his boat up.
I guarantee you it won't be. Hey, before springtime, he'll be on them. I guarantee you.
Yeah, he told me that he's gonna set his boat up, and Joe Allen's done showed him all them holes, and he's finna nail them crappie.
That's gonna be great, Shane. Rig that boat out good because he works so many hours late all the time. That's gonna be my boat.
Oh goodness.
All right, let's go to bass fishing. We already talked about Maddie's tournaments coming to Bridgeport this weekend. That'll be a gauge of what's going on Millers Ferry. The fruit jar is tomorrow. Kevin's got him a brand new boat, and of course, the podcast.
It's a used boat.
Well,
is that an H51?
No,
Is that what that is? What's that?
751.
Okay, I knew it was that's a good boat, boy. Them things are tank.
Oh yeah, I love the shape of that bottom. I like the shape of that bottom.
All right, Kevin. Well, if you were gonna fish the fruit jar tournament tomorrow and Maddie's tournament Saturday, if you were gonna fish it, tell them boys how they can bring that 20-pound bag in.
Well, if you get out there tomorrow and the water's moving, you're gonna want to fish your cut, stuff like that. If you got the current, at least hit 2 or 3 of them to try to eliminate that particular pattern, and then start fishing, some vertical banks or even secondary point inside. I mean, at some point bass are starting to move. They catch a few fish up shallow, not shallow, but not in the river, But this color it's gonna help the bass bite. It's gonna definitely help the bass bite. And really look where the shad are. When you go up the river after, at 4 o'clock in the evening, the shad gonna tell you where the fish is at. If you see all them schools all up in the sloughs, you better go up in there. If you see them out in the river, you better stay on them points.
And what Kevin's saying, this time of year, once it goes getting cooler, that them inside secondary points is the key.
Yeah.
Is whenever that temperature change happens. But it ain't happening yet.
But a shad gonna tell you,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
even like Joe Allen slough, it's got a little bitty branch that runs in there. When it showing up gets December, you find them sloughs with them little bitty branches in there. That water will warm up like in a day, and all the shad they'll be like packed in the back of it, And you just got in the fall, you got to follow the shad. You got to follow the bait.
We got a video to prove they back there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I remember that day. All right, Doug Pugh says 1 megawatt equals 1,000,000 watts, enough to power 750 homes. So that still don't tell me nothing, other than I need to know how many units are running. That's what we used to know.
Big deal. Best I can tell you, you're gonna have like nothing to 15 to 18 is 1 unit, and then it's gonna be 15 to 18 to 30 is going to be 2, and then it's going to be 30, 35 to whatever for 3 units. It's going to be a range and everything. Evidently, they can have 2 units running and make 48 and then make 50. I mean, what I'm saying, all they're doing, but now that is important to know because that's going to be the amount of water flow that's going. All the Alabama Power Lakes you look at their stuff, it lets you know in cubic feet of water. So everybody over time figures out how much cubic feet of water is what they need to do, where they need to fish at.
Yeah, just like Doug said, it's tough science. It really is. It's tough science. All right, let's go to crappie fishing. Shane, you was on Millers Ferry Saturday and Demopolis Sunday. Gerald Overstreet took out somebody Saturday, had a good day. Mike Letkins had a good day. I think he was down below the dam. Mike Clements with B&B Wheelers Jig, he slipped down here and had a good day. But tell us what you found out in Millers Ferry and Demopolis this weekend, Shane.
Well, it's been hit or miss, Big Daddy, because of the patterns, because of the lack of rain and lack of color. And, like Friday evening, I caught 12, 15 fish in a hurry. It was a great evening, but this weekend you're going to deal with a west wind about 10 to 15 mile an hour Saturday. And then Sunday it's going to be 10 to 20 mile an hour out of the northwest. This time of year you got to pay attention to that. But the only good thing, it's going to rain down there for the next several hours. It's going to put some water in those creeks. It's going to put a little more oxygen, like Kevin said. Them fish may make a move. Right now I'm having trouble finding multiple fish, on a brush pile or a stump. It's just one here, one there, and they're scattered, and there's nothing to really concentrate them in the area. So hopefully that west wind Saturday, it may be good, because, that north out 10 to 20 is going to be pretty rough Sunday.
Yeah.
But it doesn't keep me off the water. I try to learn how to fish in it. But I can tell people, hey, it's looking up. It's going to get better before it gets worse. It's been kind of, unpredictable here lately, because you can't, the clear water and the bait's not been a problem. All them sloughs are full of bait. The river's full of bait. It's just position the fish where you can catch them, on these brush piles, on the main river. It's just hard to say, hey, I know where some fish are. You just got to move around till you find them.
Yeah, but in the size of the bait, Shane,
Yes. Oh yeah.
Temperature drops, the bait size makes a difference. If it's
big time.
Bait when it's hot, they like them. The cooler it gets, the bigger the baits that you fish. Plus, that's because that's what they're feeding on.
December, when I was fishing in front of Joe Allen's place, I was throwing a 1/4 ounce jig and a 3-inch bait.
That's right.
New Year's Eve, I was throwing a bait. I'm talking about and they were swallowing it, So, as the water starts cooling, gets more oxygen, those fish get, I'm not going to say dumber, they just start feeding more, and they get more predictable. So it's coming.
All that stuff, but I don't know. I mean, pretty much all game, deer, dogs, everything. Cold weather makes them eat more, and it's easier to eat something bigger and not to have to feed as hard.
That's exactly right.
Eat 2 shad versus eating 40 shad. You know what I mean?
Right. Demopolis, when I went to Demopolis Sunday, those fish were hunkered down in those root balls, and I literally had to walk that jig to the fish to get them to react to it, then ease it away from them. They were they just kind of, I'm not going to say a slump. They're just kind of in a lull. You couldn't ever really fire one of them up. You had to put it on his nose. Yeah. But hopefully with that cooler water, some water starting to move, and hopefully it's going to make those fish fire up a little bit. And I wouldn't say but 4 or 5 fish in each area, and that was it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure other factors, with the oxygen and the pH and all that stuff, and they did a little spray at the Millers Ferry. I'm sure cleared the water. I mean, it's a pretty complicated puzzle if you really break it down. But the best thing to do is, you got time to go fishing, get out there and go fishing.
That's exactly right. You're liable to get down there. That west wind's going to be good. When that wind blows out of the northwest down there, it's hard to get out of it down there where y'all are at. I mean, it is hard to get out of it. I mean, most of those sloughs, G's Bend, all those sloughs, I mean, it's blowing down the gut,
Well, my experience with all those winds, the best thing to do is get on that porch, get your grill fired up, get you some pork chops and chicken, and you got that grill, and you got a cool breeze. Enjoy the afternoon.
Hey, that's right. Hey, you're exactly right, Joe. I go out there in that wind. I fought it Saturday, and I think we were the only boats that I seen out there fishing Saturday. I'll be honest with you. Crappie fishing. It was blowing.
Well, time on the water. That's what every experienced professional fisherman or hunter, time on the water, time in the woods. That's what all of them.
You're right, Big Daddy. And hey, you get the opportunity to go, like Kevin said, hey, get your stuff and go. You liable to catch a limit on one brush pile. It's going to happen sooner or later, and you want to be there when it happens. So.
You ain't gonna catch them sitting on the front porch grilling hamburgers. You ain't gonna do that.
It's fun though. I hate that all that wind.
I do too, Joel.
Hey, I get out there in it. Like I said, hey, these trolling motors you got nowadays that do it, you just got to, bite your tongue and go after them.
All right. Deer season comes in this weekend. Shane, me and you were talking before we came on the air. We do want to emphasize safety, y'all. I'm going to tell you, you get that, you get all your old stuff out and all them arrows like that. It's got a little age on them. That's what it will shatter. It will blow up just like a bomb. And so check all your equipment. Get your safety harnesses, check them. And Shane, right. I do, and don't depend on one that might be.
What we were talking about, harnesses are $100. You can go down at Joe Allen's and buy you what kind of a muddy harness? They're $100. Like I said, check.
What, Joe Allen?
The Hunter safety system. That's number one.
Exactly. Yeah. But check the stitching in them, just like our harnesses at the mills. Kevin knows they check them every so often. The stitching, the rope you put around the tree, don't be an accident, man. They're reasonable. They're not priced real high. Check all that stuff out. Check your tree stands. Check your bolts. As you get older, you start doing a little bit of stuff. You don't take stuff for granted.
A lightweight harness, it ain't most comfortable and all, but it's better than falling on the ground.
Amen.
Hey, look who's on here, Shane. Sarah Parvin's tuned in. How you doing, boy? She's up there at the slab lab catching them huge bluegills. I saw it the other day. And she was trying to catch all the crappie out of the pond, too. She had a 5-gallon bucket full of crappie. Appreciate you tuning in, Sarah. Thank you. All right, talking about safety, too. Tree stands and your equipment and your adrenaline, don't let your adrenaline make you make a bad decision, really. It just, I know when something like this comes out in the woods, it kind of rocks your world. That's one of Shane's friends in Mississippi last week. The season came in, October the 1st in Mississippi, right, Shane?
Yes, sir. That's old Larry the Legend Welch right there. He's 72 years old. He hangs tree stands and kills them with a bow. I mean, he is the real deal. I promise you, I've known him a long time.
I put that picture up on my Facebook page and got immediately contacted by the editor of Buckmaster Magazine. I think they got hooked up too.
Yes, I hope that guy right there is a real hunter. Hey, he lives and breathes it, and hey, he stays healthy where he can do it too. So.
Hey, we got some good taxidermists. Mr. Charlie Evans is our local taxidermist. He sent me, this is a new mount that he's got for all of you that's listening on the podcast. It's what he calls a backpack mount. It's an old-timey backpack with the deer head mounted like he's packing it out of the woods. That's a pretty cool mount right there. Mr. Charlie can do it, can't he, Kev?
Oh, yeah.
He's a good bass fisherman also. He sure is.
I ain't seen this Charlie. He don't get out as much as he used to.
He used to fish those. He used to fish all those Alla Big B tournaments. He's big, strong.
Yeah.
All right, John Sports. I can tell you what I want you to talk about, Joe Allen, because I saw him when I was in your store the other day. It's time to upgrade those game cameras. If you got a game camera that's 5 years old, you need to chunk it and go upgrade it, because the new technology now is simply amazing.
I know. I put on my Facebook page all stuff Brown's doing, and got all the new Browning cameras in stock right now, ready to go. And now I'm posting pictures on Facebook, and I got to look into my camera. I'm using some old cameras, so I'm fixing to throw all them away. So it's going to put the name of the camera down there. I'm using some old motors right now. I ain't knocking motors. I'm just saying I'm using some old ones with my pictures, but I got all the new Brown ones in. They got some rebates on some. They got some deals on some of the cellular cameras too. The service is real good. So need to check out the Browning cameras right now.
Let me ask y'all something about these cellular cameras. I've never done it, but I saw a post somebody put up today. and they were showing, I think it was a spy point camera, and they were showing videos. How does that work, Joe Allen? How do you get video? You have to pay extra for video?
Well, it's certain cameras and certain service you buy gets that. Because I didn't know, I got some spy points, and I had them put up all summer long, and didn't know I could get, I think, 200 or something pictures free every month.
Yeah.
So I started putting them back out, So, you better read into your service plan on all your cameras, because some of it is you get free stuff. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I got a covert and spy points. And spy points, you get 100 pictures a month free. Yeah, they don't cost anything. But I didn't know about the video.
Peter, if you're gonna do 100 a month for free, because you get 100 in like 20 minutes.
That's right.
That's right. That's when you need to buy that annual plan, that unlimited annual plan. That's when you need to buy that.
Well, the main thing, like me in Bathshire, where I got all my property is, there's no service, none whatsoever. So you ain't gonna get nothing on it. And I brought them cameras in close to town here and put them out around my house and behind my house, and I get a lot of their pictures right here in the city limit of Thomasville.
All right, Joe Allen, I got a post today from coast to coast, and I know you talked about it last week and week before. This old school camo is going crazy. You got plenty over there?
Yeah, it is. The old school, they got two patterns now, and whichever was the patterns we had back then. You got old school green, and that's what, well, some of it is and some of it ain't. You got two, old school fall and old school green, and they are the hit now. They going big time, and that's like with the mossy oak patterns. They went back, and their old school bottomland is what's still is on top, and they got about 10 different patterns after that, and I imagine they're gonna start bringing them out again, because I think the tree stand pattern was one of their best, and it'll come back sooner or later.
Tree bar?
Yeah, that was another company done tree bar.
Oh, well, that wasn't Mafia.
I see Realtree. They're bringing out that old stool. I see Waddell wearing that old Realtree, that old gray tree bar.
Old Realtree, yeah, that looked good. So right. And one lady come in the store asking us, what is the difference between why this pattern or another? I said, it depends on what social event you going to. It's all, it's more of a statement what you wearing. It's a social thing with camo too now.
Yep, style and trend. That's what it is, style and trend. All right, Shane, Crappie Cast tomorrow night, Thursday night, 7 o'clock. You and John and Jessica, y'all ain't seen Jessica in a couple of weeks. She'll be back tomorrow night, I hope. You just dropped yesterday the in-depth series. I watched it last night. Catching crappie with and without a live scope. What you and John and Jessica got going on tomorrow night?
We're going to get Ryan Dooley's going to come on board. He just got through fishing the national championship over at Grenada. So he's going to come in there and share some tips with us and tell us about the national championship. And he's been on there before. He's full of a lot of information. So he's going to come on there. And John and Jessica, I'm not sure if they'll be back from they're down at that conference in Pensacola or not, but if not, that in-depth series, that one we just put out, it's got a lot of information.
Now tell everybody where they can listen to it.
We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify now. Of course, we're on YouTube, Shane Jones Fishing, and then you can get on Shane Jones Fishing Facebook. You can type in Crappie Cast on your Safari, your search, and it's going to pull all our stuff up. So it's gotten to where, we've got a lot of material on there, so it's easy to find.
And I don't know if y'all watched it Sunday afternoon, but I just played a little bit. I didn't have my camera placement right, but I got out on my front porch and did a little live feed on my front porch. Kevin, Joe Allen, Shane, we got to do some stuff. I ain't been to Joe Allen's house. I went to Scott's house and checked the internet, and it wasn't too good. The download wasn't too good. But that's right up under that hill. I'm thinking at Joe Allen's house, it's going to be a little better because it ain't getting the Ellis's because it's right up under that hill, Shane. But at my house, buddy, it is 4 bars strong.
Yeah, I know Ronnie McKenzie said he watched the live at his place, wherever he's staying on the river there. So he said he's never been able to watch it. So it's picked up a few areas down there.
Yeah.
Well, if they microwave link those towers, there's one right in front of my house too.
Yeah. So I think that's what they're gonna do too. I think they microwave, and if that's gonna come right over your house, Joe Allen.
Yeah.
So
yes.
But anyway, it showed my house.
It's on fire. No kidding, Big Daddy. We're gonna have to get us. Hey, he's gonna have to get us a swing and a fire pit where we can go live out there.
We can do it live.
Cook chili and what all?
That's right.
All right, y'all. Thank you for a great show as always. Always enjoy. Y'all never cease to amaze me. You 3 guys can always, we do this show every week, and usually it gets repetition. You say the same thing over and over, but y'all don't never do that. It don't. Kevin or Joe Allen or Shane, y'all always come up with something new every week, and that's why I appreciate it.
A fisherman, Big Daddy.
What's that?
He don't know, lie about it.
Hey, I'm waiting on the day I tell you when I burnt those crappie up, and right now I haven't been burning them up. I've been catching some, so it's coming. It's coming soon, and I want to be able to tell you, hey, they're in the river, they're in the sloughs. Get out there and get you some.
It's
coming. It's coming.
Today's a step that way for sure.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to tell you what, you see, we got 3 squares on here. I can get up to 10 people on here. So I'm going to fill the next square up when Travis gets that boat, that live scope. We got him on here.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to get one of them buttons to get Travis on here like that with beep, beep, beep when you push it, Big Daddy.
What about that, Joe Allen?
Yeah, there ain't no doubt about that.
All right, guys, that was a lot of fun. I appreciate everything y'all do. Thank you for doing it, and thank y'all for tuning in every week. The podcast drops every Thursday morning around 10 o'clock. I usually get it out around 10 o'clock, and y'all been listening to the Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report for the weekend of October the 13th through the 15th, 2023. See y'all next week.
Yes, sir.
Pop taught me every critter's track and how to set a hair trigger on a trap. He taught me to shoot, scale, and skin and make a snare with a leather strap. He taught me to be a part of the woods and all his woodsy tricks. Said you gotta walk soft on 2 light feet and try not to break no stick. I thank Daddy for my savvy, how to hunt and how to carry anything that I might need to get a piece of skillet meat. How to walk and how to hide, how to crawl and how to slide, how to sneak, stalk and climb and do it all